Hi everybody, this is Charlie Armstrong here with another tutorial. This is part 2 of the market research with Python. So last time that we were here, I was talking about how you can set up your development environment and how you can start using Python to get ahead of yourself doing your market research and don't spend too much time. So if you remember, we went through the Wall Street Journal a website, and we got the percent gainers, and then what we are going to start doing is taking that data and start manipulating that data. Okay, so when we execute this code, sorry, I'm executing different code. Nope, this is not what we want. Sorry about that. That's for the future. So that's just a peek of what we are gonna get in the future, okay? But remember, if you are working with Python, you will need to select the correct class that you want to run. So I select here basic. This is the class that what we are working at this moment. Click the run button, and then we get all of this information. Okay, so last time I explained to you that whenever we call this, we get this data frame and we get this garbage in here. And right now the only thing that we are interested in getting the information in the middle. Okay, so there is a couple of things that we can do here. So the first thing that I want is that I want to pass a header to, I want to get a head, I want to tell this function to pass header. Let me see. I want to tell this function, the read HTML function, to set the header to 0. So what it's going to do is going to set this first row for all of them, for all the information in the data set as the header. So if we run it again, what you will see is that it's gonna get you see, it's gonna get this row as the header. Okay, so the other thing that I want to do is I want to get rid of all that garbage. Okay, I don't want that information. Okay, so what I want to do is, after we call it, we put these brackets and then 1. That will return to me the first piece of information, the one that is in the index 1 of the array. Okay, so right now I see that I am getting better and better information. Okay, so what we can do with this, so right now what we are really interested is to, after we have this information, I want to be able to manipulate this information. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing right now is that let's see that we only want to get the data where the price is something. The price can be from more than $1, less than 20, less than 10, and stuff like that. Okay, so now that we have this, what we can do is that, and I want to do something, let's do something really quick. Let's do price. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking the data frame and I'm accessing this header, and that's why I put the header here 0, because I want to access this header. Okay, so what I'm doing is a little more, let's do less than 10. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, no, so that's what I wanted to happen. What I want you to understand is that whenever you get information from the web, you need to transform that information because it's coming back as a string. So you cannot do like equal, plus, minus, all of that functions, and because it doesn't match the type. So what it's saying here to me, this is a type error. So what it's telling me is that a string less than int. So basically what it's telling me is that I cannot compare a string to an integer. Okay, so what we do, there is a couple of ways to do this. I'm gonna show you two ways to do this. So you do df price for your data frame is equal to data frame pandas dot to. So you see there is a couple of things that you can do. You can do datetime, you can transform to datetime, you can transfer to numeric, you can transform to other ways of data, the pickle and all of that. But right now let's do numeric, and then I'm going to do again my data frame and the data price that I want to convert. Okay, let's run it and see what happened. Okay, so this is the other thing that is happening is that it cannot change this. It cannot change to numeric because it has something in the data that is in a string that they don't understand. So usually, whenever you get this information from the web, you have to clean it up. Most of the work that we are doing here is cleaning up the data so we can really work the data out to do what we want to do with the data. Okay, so before doing it to numeric, we need to slice the first, and I don't remember too well, but I already have it here. So let's, for the interest of time, let's look for that information in here. So okay, it's this thing. Okay, let's copy this. Yeah, okay, and let's go this. Okay, this should be the F. Okay, so the way to do this is that after you do the numeric, inside of it you will do a strip of this symbol, of the dollar symbol, or any other symbol that can be a plus, minus, whatever you want to strip, you need to put in there. Okay, and this is ls strip, so the left is referred to the left of the string. You can also have right strip, so it's referred to whatever is after the string. Okay, so what we do is that we use the map function, and then this a constant in here that is gonna be always like that. So the x, and then that is the string that is getting from here, and then we are saying that we are taking that string and we are getting rid of the dollar sign. Okay, so let's run it and see what happened. So here what happened is that we are getting what is returning is that this return a boolean. Okay, this is not what we want. We want to see the whole data set, but I want you to see this because what we are doing here is that this is going to return false if it's less than 10. Okay, if we transform it, if we put plus more, sorry, you will see that you will have true on that. So we can use that in our advantage. Okay, so we can take this and we can say again here less than this, and then the complete, let's print the complete data set to see what we get. Okay, so right now we are getting the same thing. Okay. Nope. Yeah, that's supposed to be okay. It's not returning me what I want, but let's see. Okay. Okay. Because I needed to do it again. So I need to assign, and this is good. This is what I want you to actually see, because programming is a lot of trial and error, and you will see that sometimes you have an idea and then you cannot get that idea to work. Okay, so but then you will be able to to use the other you will be able to use the reference in the web and other reference and for you guys to be able to get what you want. Okay, so what I want to do right now is I'm gonna use the log, and then I'm gonna say data frame, and you will see a lot of repetition here. Price, less than 10. Let's see what we get. Okay, so right now the way that you will be able to filter that is using this function, the log function, that will allow you to put as many filters in here as you want. So for example, let's take another example. If you want to take another filter, you just do the parentheses and you close the parenthesis here. And if you wanna restrict that, for example, I want all the stocks that are greater than 1 and less than 10. So I will do greater than 1 and with the ampersand, and then copy this again and then do here 10 and less than 10. Okay, and then do another parenthesis in here to get that what I'm missing here. Okay, okay, this is more. Okay, okay. So let's see what, when we run it, let's see what this is. Okay, the other one that we actually can do in here is the volume. So for us to be able to work with the volume again, we will need to change the volume to numeric. Yeah. Volume equals to pandas dot to numeric, and then do data frame volume. Okay, that will do the same thing. It will change my a volume to numeric, so I can do uh, the filters that I want, the mathematics comparison that I want. So let's do ampersand, then here volume, and then I want to be my volume to be more than a million. Okay, let's run it. Okay, so from that 100 list that I got before, now I'm getting a better sense of what this is. So if we want to put a little bit of more volume, what we do is that we can put one more zero. The only stocks that we are gonna get are these ones. That means that those are the more volatile. You can also filter by the change if you want. So if you want to filter by the change, it's gonna be the same thing. And you see here we didn't have to strip anything because the data is really clean, so you don't have to do anything with that. Okay, but if you get garbage on your data, you will need to change it. Okay, so you will need to strip whatever you have in there. So let's do another one, ampersand here, change, and let's do 5%. Okay, now you are getting where you want to be. Okay, so you see that more than 5% is this one. Let's do 3. I think there is something wrong in here. I don't know. No. Yeah, that's, so you see you have all of these are 3, then you have 4, and then if you do plus 5%, yeah, you're gonna filter everything. So the what we are doing here is now that we're getting the data, and now that we are getting all of this, we should be able to manipulate this data and get the best of it. Okay, so the other, you see, this is really something that I don't want to be doing all the time. So I was looking on in another way to do this. So basically, what I found on the latest version of pandas and Python is that you can convert some of these columns when you do this read HTML call. So for you to do that, what you will need to do is click here, add a comma, and then you can pass convert, And then for this, you will need to pass an object. And then what you do is price float, comma, volume, int, and then you do change. And you only going to be able to do this if you have a header. If you don't have a header, you are not gonna be able to do this, okay? And then that's gonna be a float also, okay? So if I'm really sure if since we have this garbage in the price, that this conversion is gonna fail, so it's gonna give me an issue. But let's comment everything. So for you to comment like multiple lines, what you do is, if you are on a Mac, you click the command and the question mark key, and that will comment all this text to you. And to reverse it, just select it again and then do the command and the question mark, okay? So let's see what we get. Yeah, so again, it's gonna give me an issue because of this. So we already know that. Let's go back. Yeah, because it's trying to convert it here, so I need to remove it from here. I don't know how we can do it, the converts in there, but I mean, if you have clean data, this is really useful because you don't need to start doing all this conversion manually. It looks better, your code is cleaner, so that way you should be able to speed up your development, and it's gonna look more professional and cleaner. So I'm gonna leave it right here for part 2. Next tutorial, I want to go through how you will create a method where you can pass this information, and also pass the date, and pass other type of data that you will be able to manipulate these filters here. That you will pass the price range, you will pass the volume, and you will pass the percent gainer on your function. So you don't have to have these numbers here. So in the end, what we want to really do is to have like a web application where you can use this function, and then you will have a form where you can enter all the data, the price range that you want, the volume that you want. So you don't want to have any fixed data here. So hard code, what we call this is hard code data. So right now all is hard code, because if I create a function of this, I am not going to be able to change these values from that function. I need to go to the program and change it. So it's a really good practice to not to hard code data on your programs. So that I'm gonna be teaching you how you can create a method where you can pass all these parameters as variables. Okay, so until next time, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, again, just send me an email at cinetictrader@gmail.com, or just leave me a brief message in the description. here in the video. So hopefully this is being beneficial for you guys. I don't want to give you a lot of information at the same time. I want you to go and take this piece by piece. If you are a new programmer, if you are a seasoned programmer, there is a lot of other tutorials out there that are going to teach you more than what I'm doing right now. This is really for a beginner. So if you want to have more, you can look and search for more videos online. I'm really sure that you are gonna find something that will teach you. So until next time, thank you guys for watching.